Hi friends, welcome to Civil Architecture Tutorials. Today's subject is different types of concrete joints. That is, we are familiar with several types of concrete joints when we are in the construction industry, and mainly there are three types of concrete joints. The one is construction joint, the second is expansion joint, and the third is contraction joint. So let us discuss about the construction joint first. Discuss a mega project in which there is a lot of concreting are happening in several points. Maybe in the same big slab, there will be a very big slab area, but the concrete will be poured at different times because it is a mega project and time is a big factor. Time and cost is a big factor in mega projects. The concrete pouring may be happening at several points. So in such cases, there will be some kind of joints between one concrete laying and the other concrete laying. That is, if in the case of a big slab, uh, somebody will be pouring concrete on the right side, and at the same time somebody will be pouring concrete on the left side. That also can happen. Otherwise, there will be shifts in a big company. People will work from 8 to 6 or 8 to 5, and after that they will stop that work, and the second shift may come at maybe 8 o'clock at night, and then it will be there till 12 o'clock or the next day 7 o'clock. So in that case also there will be the formation of construction joints because the slab pouring will be, or the concreting will be done only in a particular area. After that there will be some gap, and other occasion is that there will be some kind of holidays coming in between. Some unexpected holidays can be there, some hartals. If it is the case of India, there will be some kind of hartals also happening in there. In another occasion, it could be a mechanical failure. That means some machine will fail and the concreting can stop for some time, or in case some machinery may not come at proper time. Then also all these are the causes for the formation of construction joints. Construction joint can be intentional or unintentional. Like I said, now that is 8 to 5 is the time of labor. Then after that we know that the work have to be stopped. Then there will be automatical formation of a construction joint which is intentional. That is, at 5 o'clock the work had to stop. Unintentional thing that I said, unexpected things can occur, unexpected holidays can occur. So once a particular area concreting is over, then again maybe after some hours, or maybe after 1 day or 2 days or 3 days afterwards, the new concrete will come. Then that particular area from where the new and old concrete will join is the construction joint. And then the second one is regarding the expansion joint. Expansion joint, take the case of a bridge. When you are going through a bridge, you can see in between there are some gaps. It's not a fully slabbed area from the one end of the bridge to the other end. Or if it is a railway track, all these have some kind of gap in between. Like the case of bridge itself, there is a gap between two slabs. So in that slab, what is the purpose of that slab? What is the purpose of that gap between two slabs? Because as we know, when the temperature increases, the concrete, the volume will change in the concrete, or it can change in steel also. These two things will expand when the temperature increases. So if there is no gap provided in between two slabs, then there will be a high chance of buckling. Okay, so in order to avoid that thing, we need to give space for the concrete or the steel to expand. So we are giving space in between two slabs. In the case of bridge or a railway track, we are using that. Or in the case of piping system also, sometimes we are giving that expansion joint. So this is the diagram of expansion joint. That is, this is one slab and this is the second slab. Okay, so in between this is the gap in between, and this is the dowel. Dowel is the bar which connects between these two slabs, and inside this gap we will put some filler, and on top of it will be closed by a sealer. Okay, so this is the section drawing of an expansion joint. It can be at some intervals or in a big slab. If it is in let us say example of a big mall, when there is a construction of big mall is going on, then slabs will be at a very high length we have to cast. So this expansion joint we are used to provide at 18 to 21 meter intervals, or sometimes if the case arises, it may be we are providing at 2.5 intervals also, meter interval also. But Usually we used to provide 21 meter or 30 meters, depends upon the structural consultant or structural analysis they are giving. Anyway, we need to provide the expansion gap in a very big span of slab too, because everywhere when the temperature deviation occurs, this there will be change in the volume of concrete and also in the steel. These things will expand, so we should give that thing. So it's a very common occurrence in large span of concrete, where we can see, even if we go to a mall now, we can see that in easily in the parking lot. We can see it will be epoxy flooring, and it is easily seen that there will be expansion gap in between two main slabs. So this is regarding the expansion joint. And the second is the contraction joint. Contraction joint is actually called, it is also called control joints or pre-planned cracks. Contraction joints, in a big slab or in asphalt or in big concrete area, there is always a chance of developing some kind of cracks. It is because that was the temperature changes, or when the a big load is coming upon that thing, there will be a lot of chance for a crack to form, because always the concrete is subjected to some kind of crack. So in order to avoid more cracks, we have to pre-plan some cracks at some intervals. So if we pre-plan that, then we can avoid more cracks in that span of concrete. So how it is done is that this is the concrete, okay? This is the concrete, and if this is the width of the slab concrete, okay? And this width is from here to here. So we have to make a groove which is around 25% of the depth. From here to here, 25%, up to 25% we need to make a groove. So if you make that groove, then there will be less formation of cracks in other areas. The crack will be formed only at that area only. And at what distance each groove we have to make is, that is around 2 to 3 times the depth of the slab. This depth into 3 should be the gap between one groove and the second groove. So, and that should be in inches, okay? In inches I am telling that, into 3 times the width of the depth of the slab. So if that we are doing, then we can stop the formation of cracks in longer span slabs or asphalt road. There we can see that in concrete roads also we used to make that, because a lot of loads are coming on the road, and the force will distribute in such a way that it will go and break in these grooves. So if because there is a gap for this groove, it will break there. If there is no gap, it will break the whole slab area or the road area. So this is a pre-planned crack formation, or is a pre-planning cracks in the concrete, which is called the contraction joint, pre-planned joint or pre-planned crack making, which will help to avoid further cracks in that particular concrete or asphalt region. So these are the three main joints in concrete. That is, again I will tell, the construction joint, expansion joint, and contraction joint. So I think you understand the concept of these concrete joints. So we will meet in next video with a new subject. Till then, goodbye. Please subscribe, share, and like. Thank you very much.